Welcome back, my thrill seekers. I'm your host, Dr. Luke. Today I'm going to be talking about having a little bit of humility and professionalism and tact. So here's the deal. When you're working in any organization, you're going to have people that aren't exactly fun to work with. And I'm not even talking about the employees, because obviously if you're a business owner like we are, you can do something about that. I'm talking about the clients you work with or the customers you have. And of course, you've heard that old adage like, oh, the customer's always right. No comment. What I will tell you is this right here. You do have to learn how to deal with customers who you don't agree with, who are asking you for something crazy, who are asking you for something that you may just know in your heart of hearts is wrong. And I'm being very vague on purpose. But here's the deal. You're going to have clients and customers that are very hard to work with. And when you are a startup company, you want those dollars and cents, right? We told you not to chase every dollar and go after every contract that doesn't make sense or every client that doesn't make sense just to make a buck. But if they do make sense and they're in your wheelhouse and your skill set, your organization can handle it, you do want that contract. You are inevitably going to be dealing with requests that will end up basically sending you through the roof. Your face is going to turn more red than this shirt here, and there's steam going to be coming out of your ears. And if you think I'm just so patient that's not going to happen, good for you. Take your little halo and go float up to heaven, because I can tell you that that's not me, right? So I mean, again, 21 years in the Marine Corps. My fuse is about this long, or used to be. I think I've gone from here to here, so I've got a little bit more at this point. But the whole thing is, what are you going to do about it? I'm going to tell you right now, humble yourself. Just humble yourself. Here's the thing. I'm going to put this to you bluntly, and it's going to make a lot of sense, hopefully, to some of you. Do you want to be right, or do you want to get paid? Do you want to be right, or do you want to build a relationship with that organization for future work? Just asking and just being honest. So am I saying, do you turn into a doormat? Absolutely not. That is not what I'm saying. But I can tell you, when you sit back and think through things a lot of times, even if you are right on something, if you have a calm and rational conversation with a lot of people, not all, but with a lot of people, and they still don't see your point of view, and they're like, well, we want it this way, even though you offered them what is probably the best recommendation, just shut your mouth. If it's what the client wants, then what happens is you do it their way, and you keep just trying to gently show them, right, that the way that you were talking about in the beginning is where we should have been. You don't rub their nose in it or tell them anything like that. No, you use that as an opportunity. We had a client that actually did that. Started out one way. We told them this is how it should be. This is the best recommendation. And then they started out their own way and ended up circling right back around to it 2 years later. No big deal. Don't, like I said, don't rub like salt in the wound or anything like that. You just go, okay, well, I knew that was it, and I'm just glad that we finally got back to this point. Now, you could absolutely just want to get irate. You're not doing what you feel is the absolute best product or service because of that. Guess what? The client wanted it, so shut your mouth. Remember, do you want to be right, or do you want to be paid? Do you want to be right, or do you want to build those relationships? You have to bend, even when you think that your way is the best way. And there's sometimes some information we don't know. I won't even go that route. But the whole point is with this right here, be humble and just know that you're going to run into conflict and disagreements with some of your clients. Don't bend over. State your case professionally, tactfully, give them the reasons why, and then if you've presented your case and you've done it that way and they say, no, Luke, I still want to do it this way. Guess what? That's fine. I'm not saying, oh, well, you're going to fail and I want to see that. No, absolutely not. I'm going to say, well, okay, we'll go this route and I will do absolutely everything in my power that I can to make you successful. I will do whatever I can. So I still am going to go after it with the same heart, the same, motivation. I'm still going to solve problems to the best of my ability. And I'm going to do my job. But just understand, just because you're owning that company, you own that company, doesn't make you right about everything. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is, 1, be humble. 2, when you're trying to walk through the different points of view, be tactful. Think very professional about how you speak with people, right? A lot of times they'll buy off on your point of view when you're very professional and very tactful and you're filled with facts. If you fill them with facts and data, they may still see the light. But at least you gave them the information and they can make the best and most informed decision for that client. But other than that, I'll say it a third time in the same video. You want to be right, or do you want to be paid? Do you want to be right, or do you want to have future relationships with more work with them in the future? That's up to you. But either way, I hope you keep doing what you love.